everybody, and welcome back to the channel here on Global Conquerors, our weekly podcast, Conquest. This is episode 64, being recorded on March 16th, 2025. Your host, SMGFrenzy, joined with...
As an ADC as always, or as Angel as you guys always as know me. Yeah, another week, another daily dose or daily week of the podcast as always. Got a good amount of esports talk. There's a really big one more than anything on here that we weren't expecting, but we're gonna talk about it. And yeah, so let's get right into it. I'm gonna throw it over to Mokhtar like always to start us off.
Yeah, we'll start off with our esports and gaming section with Team Envious. We know we've been talking about, I think, basically every week at this point. They have now merged with Native Gaming, which was one of the big up-and-coming organizations in the esports world. This has now essentially allowed NV to enter into every esport that Native has been in. So I know that we both know that they're in Halo. What other games are they in?
I don't know. I mean, I'll look into it, but you could talk about it. Native.
Yep. I mean, it's a big deal for Envy because, like I just said, it allows them to jump into multiple esports basically at the same time. Also for Native, like, their owner is still on board with the team. He's now going to be Envy's co-owner, so at least he's not losing, like, his anything. Native, okay, so they do have an Apex team and a Halo team. So that was the two things that they had. So like, we can now assume that Envy is jumping into Halo for the first major, and of course, it's going to have an Apex team. It just makes sense. So it's very. I mean, it's a great move by Envy. It's just unfortunate. I think, as I told you personally when we first saw the news, it's unfortunate for Native because Native was like kind of cool for a bit, and they were just growing. They established a pretty good scene in Halo, but now they're just gone. But I guess we trade off one end for another. So goodbye, Native. Hello, Team Envy.
Yeah, there's nothing really on their page anymore.
Yeah, I think they deleted most things. So their website's like down mostly.
Okay, let's just see what Envy game. What do they have now acquired?
I mean, if we look at from what I said last week, Envy has Marvel Rivals. They have Halo because they did join Halo. They have well, yeah, they have Halo now. So Marvel Rivals, Halo, Apex, Smash, Val. 5 games he jumped into in the past month.
Yeah, they're coming back pretty strong. It looked like the merge didn't, or them like leaving didn't really stop them. Uh, can't find anything about it. I don't see esports, or I don't know. I mean, I don't see anything on here.
Yeah, I mean that's all the news
No,
we have from Envy on that aspect. So
no clue. I'm trying to look for stuff, but I don't
I
see
think they
anything.
were just in those 2 esports for Native.
Was it?
Yeah, it was just those 2.
Were they in Valorant too? No.
No.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know. Anyways, that's not the point. Yeah. Native gaming or native were really on the come up. They really were trying to build their brand little by little, and they were making noise with, especially in their Halo scene, especially like being having the underdogs teams. It sucks to see like another org go. This happened recently with Envy because they left and this and that, and it's good to see that they're back. Um, where they it's good to see Envy, come out, announce they were coming back and come out swinging, getting back into the esports quick. We thought they were just gonna get into one. We thought it was just gonna be Halo at first because it's probably like the easiest thing to get back into at the moment. Because most of the things that we are, esport now is franchised or league based. So
Yep.
we were just assuming we would start out with Halo first, and no, they came out swinging. They got an Apex team. Marvel Rivals, since it's an up and coming, so it made sense why they would you know get the hype back with them joining, and plus Marvel Rivals starting to become a thing. So Envy has really made some big moves, and obviously Native. they probably saw more so for the owner, the owner of Native thought it was it was a win for him because it relieved some of the pressure from him running his org completely, and obviously he'll profit off of it a little more too. And joining a caliber esports organization like Envy, especially after coming back, it was like a good move for them. But obviously it's sad to see an up and coming org just vanish again. So.
Yeah. I mean, Envy vanished to save Optic. Now Native vanished to grow Envy. Envy is currently the main factor in teams disappearing and going away. But serious talk, it is cool to see Envy come up and join multiple esports in this fashion and just get the brand relevant again in such a quick way. Again, like Angel and I have said multiple times during this, it is unfortunate to see Native go away, but like you said, for their owner, it relieves so much off of him, and now he gets to be part of one of the most historied North American esports orgs and still be in the scenes that he was in before. So I guess it's a win-win for both sides, and it should be, like I said last week and the weeks before that too, should be fun. Looking forward to see how Envy is getting back into the game of esports. Honestly, it's nice to see the boys in blue back in action. And again,
Absolutely.
my Halo skin is not outdated no more. It's back. It's better than ever. Um, but yeah, I guess to move away from the Envy stuff, we move over to Rainbow Six, which has been advertising on Twitter like crazy the past 2 months about their event. The event had a big update for the game. So the game now will be free to play, free access for everybody. But as you know, the game used to not be free to play. So like veteran players will be able to hold on, I wrote it down somewhere here. Veteran players will be able to unlock certain items that will be specified just for them, which is nice. The game will have new audio, new visuals, new movement. With they're changing how repelling works, so you can repel in different ways now. We'll have a new 6v6 permanent mode called Dual Front, which is kind of like S&D, new maps, dynamic objectives that change mid-game, new and also new environmental destruction, so you can now destroy even more of the map. So Rainbow Six is like, we are back, we are better than ever. We know that the esports scene has been doing a bit better than the actual game, so it's nice to see the game get revitalized. And they're not calling it Rainbow Six 2, which is the best thing. It's still just Rainbow Six. So it's a good. I think this has been a solid update, and of course, going free to play was able to now like grab even more players to come and jump in. So good moves by R6. I see why they were pushing adverts so damn hard for this one.
I mean, did you play R6 at one point?
Remember, I used to play with you and Brian. Wow, a long
Like,
time back.
see, that's how I don't remember. It's just something I wouldn't expect you to play.
Yeah,
Doesn't seem like your type of game.
it's not. That's why I don't play it. And it's the one game that Brian was for some reason good at, which is one of the hardest damn shooters to play.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I never understood but yeah, there's a beta out right now, I think, or for I don't know exactly how it works. There is a beta, I know that. I don't know if anyone could play it, or is it just like certain people could play it.
No idea.
Free access to new players and audio, visual, new movement. I mean, yeah, I mean, it just reminds me of like Overwatch. Um, they just improved the. I mean, did Overwatch 2 really change much like from
Not
Overwatch 1?
really. No,
Because
Overwatch 2 shouldn't be a thing. It should just still be called Overwatch.
well, obviously R6 are playing are is going off the real engine. What is it called? The Real Engine 5 or something. What is it?
Unreal Engine 5.
There you go. So it was gonna be eventually gonna happen, and the last time R6 came out, R6 release. I mean, let's see. December 1st, 2015. It's been 8 years? Oh no, no more, 10 years. Holy shit!
Jesus Christ,
Well,
it's an old
technically
game.
nine, mid nine, because it just turned 9. So almost 10 years. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think this game came out literally at the peak of high school for us. The
And
first year of high school
hey man,
or middle school year. I don't remember exactly what year it was. I think it would be
I think
middle high school.
it
I
was
don't know.
high school for us.
It didn't matter. I was playing Advanced Warfare, so this game didn't really mean. Oh no. I don't know. Anyways, this game is
Uh-huh.
came a long way, and it's came a long way. So,
Yeah.
and the game does look a lot better than the originals. It doesn't look too clunky and stuff. Yeah, I wasn't playing this game. I was playing BO6. So yeah, I did play it a little bit. I did play it. I did have a group of people to play with.
Hmm.
That didn't last long, but uh, besides that, have you talked about how they added a 6v6 mode?
Yep.
What do you think of that?
I mean, it seems every game is adding their own variant of S&D. So Rainbow
No,
Six.
well, this game has always been like that.
No, I know, but like this is like a permanent S&D because like Rainbow Six had like objectives. That the game itself essentially, I guess, was S&D, but having a different variation of it, I guess, is cool as well. But there's not
Yeah.
really too much to add on that front.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. 6v6. I feel like 5v5 is like, I think the sweet spot instead of if it isn't like Overwatch style. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, let's see how more of this game turns out. The more once it fully releases, and obviously they're gonna tweak it a couple things beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see. Like yeah, pretty excited to see. Might be playing it a little more. I have another group of people that play of Rainbow Six a lot, and they've been trying to convince me. So we'll see. We'll see. But other than that, I think it looks good. It looks how do you say visually, you know, pleasable to watch. Like I could actually watch it more than the other one. You
Yeah.
know.
True.
Yeah. So we'll see how this game turns out. You're just hoping games that continue a sequence end up being good as the first. Obviously R6 just died down because it's just there's so much you could do with the game that type of style because there's a lot of different alternative games like that. So it's hard to keep the game like that consistently and fresh and up to date with like the newer stuff. So um, yeah, it makes sense why they came with R6X. What is it called? It's X, right? Or 10?
Yeah.
So I'm guessing they're calling it, but for the 10-year anniversary, I would assume. But I mean, it looks good. I mean, I've seen a bunch of clips and people play it, so it looks promising compared to like the first one, and it looks more better to see and watch than the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so
Yeah. We move on to the free-to-play 3v3 tactical shooter Spectre Divide that came out to not necessarily rave reviews last year in August of 2024. This free-to-play 3v3 game and a studio, Mountaintop Studios, announced just the past week that they would both be shutting down the game and the studios despite raising over $30 million in funding over the past year to keep the game studios alive. So... I mean, this game was available on PS5, Xbox Series X, and on Steam and stuff. But it had a small-ish fan base. It never really took off. There's too many tactical shooters now, I think. So, just despite it being free, like, why? So, I mean, it's still unfortunate for the dev team. The game itself doesn't necessarily. I mean, the graphics don't look the best. They don't look the worst. It was trying to compete with Valorant, which. Why are you doing this? Because Valorant already has a competitor. It's called CSGO. And if you're trying to compete with Valorant, that means you're also competing with CS. And Valorant and CS were the biggest tactical shooters out there. Like, there's no way you're beating them. So, this studio and its game shut down. Again, I'm not sure where any of this money even went, because it's so short-lived. I mean, do you know anything else about this?
what about the game?
Yeah.
No, I had look. The thing is, I have it downloaded in my I had it downloaded in my Steam thing to
Yeah.
play it, and then the more and more I watch, I'm like, I might as well just play Val.
Yeah. Keep talking for a sec. I'll be right back.
So, I mean, yeah, like you said, this game just had to live up to that standard. It was trying to compete with our Valorant, to be exact. And the heavy hitters in that type of style of that type of game is CS:GO. So to compete with games from history and big competitive background and the esports behind it, it's hard to compete with something that's already there and try to compete with it. You have to make your game more different than
Hmm.
what you're trying to compete with to give you over the edge a little more. So I mean, obviously the game didn't look too great, but obviously it was trying to compete with Val, and then obviously compete with Val, you got to compete with CS:GO. So
Yeah.
it's just you're putting yourself in a big ballpark um, to compete with those type of juggernaut titles. And if this game would have came out before Valorant, it probably would have been more pretty successful. But obviously Val has a great, you know, it's ran by Riot. Riot known for their generational run over there at League of Legends, so they know what they're doing. And to have like that type of supporting cast, it's gonna be hard to compete with that. And obviously, CS:GO, you don't have to really say much about it besides how much that esport has been around for so long, and it's just hard to compete with those type of those games to be exact. So
Yeah.
the problem with it is they had nothing to stand out with, and yeah. Can you talk for a bit while I take this phone call?
Yeah. Angel was saying, I mean, I'll probably just wrap this up real quick. But, yeah. Spectre Divide, Mountaintop Studios, you're trying to compete with two juggernauts, Valorant and CS, and Valorant even, like, struggles a little bit even today to, like, match up to the popularity of Counter-Strike. So, I'm not sure what the studio was trying to fit into this market doing something that one game already was doing already, which is a free-to-play hero tactical shooter, and you're doing the same thing just with three less people on the map. So it's a weird thing to do, but they existed, they came, they went. Well, it's a cycle in gaming. It happens all the time. It happens with Overwatch shooters that come and try to play against Overwatch like Paladins, and then they end up falling out and whatnot. But that's really all we have to add on that aspect. To move over, Niantic, the company that owns Pokemon Go, has sold Pokemon Go and this entire business for $3.5 billion to Scopely, which is a Saudi Arabian company who owns the video game Monopoly Go. And people at first were very concerned about this because they're like, oh, Pokemon Go is being sold. That means they're probably going to shut down the game. This is not the case because the team of Pokemon Go also moved over with the folks to Scopely. And also, we know that the Pokemon franchise is owned by Nintendo, and Nintendo is very, very, very strict about how their franchise is managed, and Pokemon Go being one of the biggest mobile games still in the world. I don't think we'll see servers for the game shut down anytime soon. So fears, I think, are unfounded. It will be fine. It's just you won't see the Niantic logo load up anywhere when you play Pokemon Go. You'll see the Scopely logo. So yeah, there's that. I don't think there's anything else to add.
Nope.
Yeah. All right, and then we move over to our last topic in the esports section, which is League of Legends First Stand had its grand finals actually earlier today when we were recording this. Hanwha Life, the representative from the LCK versus Carmine Corps, the representative from the LEC, played off today. Carmine Corps took the first series going up 1-0, then got swept in the rest of the games 3-1 by Hanwha Life. HLE, my God, looks like the best team in the world. As I was saying last week with Angel on the podcast, if they keep this up, they're easily going to be the world champion. They might do the Golden Road and win every damn event this year. Win all three LCK splits, winter, spring, summer. Win all three international events, First Stand, MSI, and World. And if they were to do that, they would easily slot themselves into one of the greatest league teams of all time because no organization has done that since T1. And that was back at T1 during like the 2015 days. So a decade later, if HLE do this, especially since we know about the drama of Zeus moving over to their team, and again, he looks like the best player in the world right now, which is kind of crazy. If this keeps up, we'll see how things go. Some people were mad at the finals because Carmine Corps kind of trolled their way into the finals. They lost against NA, lost against PCS, took a match against HLE, and then somehow beat the Chinese team because the Chinese team just kind of sucked this tournament. And then only got through because North America was slightly worse, just barely worse. And then went through, played against who'd they play against? They played against the PCS team that beat them pretty resoundingly, and then beat them resoundingly in reverse. The Chinese team played against HLE and got smoked. I don't know what the Chinese league is doing right now. And then here we are in the finals. But I mean, event was fine. This was the first time personally that I haven't watched a league event live. The hours were they're playing in Korea, and I got grad school, so I'm not waking up at 5 in the morning right now to watch league, unfortunately. But watching the VODs and stuff was fun. I just hope that First Stand actually hosts itself in a stadium next year, not in the freaking LCK studio next year, or whatever the regional studios for where they want to go. Because it feels like a smaller tournament because of this, which I mean it is because there's only 5 teams. But yeah, we got to see a highlight of international gameplay this year. Riot also announced after the tournament that Fearless Draft, where you draft and the bands roll over to the next phase, will carry on now for every event later this year, which was not confirmed beforehand. So it's nice to know that this is going forward because it made things competitive and interesting to watch. So good on Riot for responding in that manner.
I got nothing to say. You pretty much said everything you needed to say, and I got nothing else to say.
Yep. Well, yeah, that's it for the esports section. We don't really have any notes for the general news unless you want to add something. But...
One more esports topic.
Oh, sure.
Optic finally won the map, and Optic finally won the series.
I just saw that they beat Gorillas 3-1 after going, down 18 consecutive map losses?
Yes, 18, 0-18.
Whew.
Yeah.
The Green Wall has ended their drought after...
They finally started rebuilding their wall again.
We'll see how well they can build it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's the last esports topic. For general news, I don't have anything to add per se. Do you?
I'm trying to look. That's how I was on Twitter looking.
Yeah. All right. I mean, if we don't have anything to add for general news, that really is it. Short episode, but that's how it is sometimes. I guess if you want to close us out.
Let me see. I'm trying to see if anything comes to mind. Sorry, I'm just trying to see if there's anything.
There really isn't, because most of the things are like. Invincible season 3 ended this week.
Yeah, I know. That show's fucking godlike.
Yep.
For crazy, but
it's great, man.
Yeah, that show's godlike, bro. I'm sorry. I hate myself for not. Oh, Ted Lasso season 4 was announced.
Oh,
you know what that is?
I know about it. I don't watch it.
God, best football show ever, bro. You have Apple TV now.
I do.
Yes, because you're under we're family account. Remember?
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yes, you have the MLS stuff too.
Wait, dead serious? I don't gotta sail the high seas to watch it.
No, don't say shh. Go open up your Apple TV.
I don't have it on my phone.
You don't have Apple TV on your phone?
No, because I've never had it before.
Okay, well you have it now. Did you not look at the stuff you get when you...
No, bro. I just use Apple Music and that's it. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Damn, that's good to know.
You didn't know that?
No, bro.
You're lying, bro.
I'm dead serious. I didn't know that.
You're lying.
Dead serious. Had no clue.
Look, bro, are you tripping? Are you serious? You did not know that?
Nope.
Look, You get let's see, Apple One, Apple Music, Apple TV, iCloud, Arcade, Fitness, News. You didn't know
This
that?
is all news to
You're
me, man. Dead
trolling.
serious. Had no clue.
Why did you? Oh, you should have. You should have asked.
I didn't
I get it.
know.
Well,
I didn't know, man.
all right. Well,
Again, good to know.
yeah.
Good.
Get to know. If y'all tap Apple Family Channel, y'all didn't know that. Well, there you go. Congrats. Let's see. I'm trying to see. I'm just trying to look for something.
I mean, there
Uh,
legitimately it really isn't anything.
what's trending on Twitter? What's trending? Newcastle, El Salvador. El Salvador.
What the freak is
Don't.
that
Why
matchup?
is that going? Uh.
Yeah, I'm looking to. They're
Oh.
really. Yeah.
Yeah, I see what it was. It's because if you don't know, El Salvador's prison or jail
Mm-hmm.
is known for having the the most dangerous gang members of all time ever.
Mm-hmm.
And El Salvador's prison is known for like keeping them captive. It says Venezuela gang members deported by Trump arriving at mega prison in El Salvador. Yeah, so since our president of El Salvador has changed that culture down there, yeah, they're very or the environment and everything. It's just yeah, they're look. Let's see. Holy, watching as 238 members of gang arrive in El Salvador. Yeah, they're known for carrying the most dangerous prisoners in the dangerous, gang members, prisoners, dangerous people in the world in El Salvador prison.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why. Okay, that makes sense. Uh, I don't see anything else now. So, uh, yeah, I'm trying to. Let's see. Anything else come to mind? Or nothing else,
Nope.
man.
Nope.
I'm trying to look for everything.
No, feel free to close this out. I think we're done with the podcast for today.
Okay. Okay. Well, let me see. Let me see. One more thing. Maybe there's something on here. Okay. Nothing. There's nothing. Actually, nothing. Oh. We didn't talk about it. There's Did you see anything about the Battlefield gameplay?
Mm-mm.
There's some. So the new Battlefield looks pretty good
Yep.
compared to what they were going for originally. And what else? Yeah. There's a. You heard about the Black Panther game?
Nope.
Okay, well, according to people, it's gonna projectly be the best Marvel game that ever comes out. So they have high hopes for this game.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, anyways, I don't have anything. So, with that being said, guys, thank you guys for watching this special episode. Um, Not really that special because there wasn't really anything besides that. Geez, I was not expecting this to be short. Thank you guys for watching. I just said that. Go follow our socials down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you know when we upload. Be on the lookout for some videos on the way out, on the come out. Can't speak right now. I'm just excited that my team finally won after months. But anyways, yeah. Comment down below what you liked, what you didn't like, what you think about Rainbow Six, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Bye.